It looks like the peace treaty between DJ Akademiks and TDE may be coming to an end. While reacting to TDE affiliates back on Fig, Akademiks sent TDE a very stern warning. Akademiks, for the most part, feels very betrayed. Akademiks went to the GNX tour stop in Detroit, had a conversation with TDE members like Day Free, Anthony Sala, and others, and he thought the issues were behind him. He thought they came to a common ground after their long conversation at the tour. So when he left, he thought they were good. But Akademiks quickly found out after retelling the story publicly and then seeing other people who weren't there retell the story, he quickly found out as soon as he left, Dayfree and others picked up that phone and called media personalities in TDE or affiliates of TDE and told them a completely different story. They told a story where they presented themselves as the authority who pressed Akademiks. They told a story where they presented themselves as somebody who got the best of Akademiks, opposed to Akademiks thinking they had a good faith conversation. So when Akademiks told his story publicly, he told a story of they came together, got common ground. However, when other members affiliated with TDE told the story, they told it as if TDE completely pressed Akademiks.
My boy Akademiks got pressed yesterday. Well, not yesterday, a couple days ago at the Detroit show, and he thought it was just a friendly talk. Well, that's why this is what he's saying to us. He thought it was just a cool little exchange.
Right.
But you got marked out. It's okay, you know what I'm saying? Now you from TDE, boy. That's what Max said.
Yeah, for real.
You from TDE now, boy. Now go sit your ass down right here. Sit down and get up when we tell you to. You feel me? You got marked out, boy. Coming over here talking about some, he said, because we can get at it. No, boy. We can get down. That's what we could do.
Yeah.
We could get down. You trying to get down? Is it personal for you? It's personal for me.
Yeah.
It's personal for you. We finna get down. No, it's just content, man. It's content. That's why I'm leaving it out. I'm not coming here to do anything for Drake. I believe at that moment when he said that, do you really think I'm here to slide for Drake? At that moment, I'm thinking, Drake ain't never messing with dude again, man. Drake ain't never messing with dude again. It's over with, bro. You got press. It's okay. Now you should be riding for TDE.
Akademiks and TDE, sir.
Like, Akademiks, how did you think this was gonna go? Which your little Teletubby just thought he was going. No, it's not gonna go like that. The story gonna go how people say it went. You want people to just lie and then not like it's just gonna be a good conversation behind closed doors. They have no reason to give you a alliance. No, you got marked out. Let's keep going.
Two different bases. Akademiks can tell his audience, we pulled up, had a conversation, it's all good, and that's a W. TDE serve a fan base of the streets, of dudes who are street adjacent if they're not from the streets, or dude who are heavily influenced by street principles. So if TDE would have told their base, hey man, we finally caught up and finally seen Akademiks after what appears to be 5 years of him violating us, and we had a conversation and it's all good, their base will look at them as weak. So I don't know what the truth is. Like, I don't know if Ak is telling the truth or if they're telling the truth. It's open right now. But TDE really couldn't provide any other story other than that. If they would have provided a story of Akademiks pulled up, we had a buddy-buddy conversation with him, laughed and chummy it up, and then he left, their fan base would have looked at them a little crazy. Well, Akademiks took great offense to what Back on Fig said about him, because outside of this, Back on Fig, there's skits. Back on Fig called him a mark, etc., etc. So Akademiks took to his stream to essentially violate Back on Fig and send a message to TDE as a whole.
They're talking about some, he said, because we can get at it. No, boy. We can get down. That's what we could do.
Yeah.
We could get down. You trying to get down? Is it personal for you? It's personal for me.
Yeah.
It's personal for you. We finna get down. No, it's just content, man. It's content. That's where I'm leaving it at.
These brothers are very misconstrued on the conversation. And the unfortunate part of it, I'm now starting to think, because y'all know how I get. I'm starting to think if they're speaking for TDE, because if they're speaking for TDE, I'll take it to 10,000 levels up. I can't tell if they're getting some information and trying to get their failing show some buzz, which I understand. Or if they're speaking for TDE, I'll start getting it up there that they got to release the video. Now everybody got to see it.
This 100% came from TDE and the sources who were there. You could tell that Back on Fig aren't renegades because multiple members of TDE had similar sentiments, even MacWap, who weren't there as well. So MacWap got the same sources from TDE that Back on Fig got. And whoever that source is, whoever that source who was there, they told both MacWap, Back on Fig, and other TDE personalities that TDE pressed Akademiks. So if I'm Ak, I'm not entirely upset at Back on Fig. I do understand you got to violate Back on Fig, but if I'm Ak, I'm not really upset at Back on Fig. I'm upset at the TDE source who's telling multiple people that they pressed me. Because if that's not true, if something completely different happened, then you got to violate them up top. Like, if I'm you, Ak, I'm not even issuing no warning, bro. I don't even feel like you got to wait to find out if this came from up top. You can just look at the situation, look at what everybody is saying, and know that it came from the same source and realize, of course, the TDE source got this out there to the media affiliates that's affiliated with TDE, and they were instructed to put this message out there to go against you. So I don't feel like there's a peace treaty. I don't feel like y'all squash this. I don't feel like they like you. I feel like, for the most part, it's still not war because, bro, it's content at the end of the day. But I feel like it's still up, to be honest. Like, I don't feel like when y'all see each other, let's say tomorrow or next week at another concert, or let's say, you see those same TDE affiliates, bro, next week at the In-N-Out Burger. I don't think it's going to be love. I don't think it's going to be peace. I think it was peace due to the environment y'all was in. But how things left off, obviously it ain't peace, bro.
So I'm trying to still remain respectful. But I'm getting to the point where I'm saying if they're the spokesperson for TDE, I'll have no problem introducing some disrespect to force that. I know they have a video, to force the video to come out that everybody can see it. Now, here's the thing, and this is why I respect people like, I think both of these niggas are damn near handicapped. One foot, one nigga got one hand. Both of you suckers are gang members. I'm a civilian. You know why I popped up to that show? Because I could go anywhere I want. I proved it. I literally said if a TD raised a hand at me, it would be his last day living. And I still went to the show and chilled. And y'all are tough, not me. I'm supposed to cop please. I'm supposed to. Y'all are supposed to talk crazy about me and not do nothing. But whatever. So let's speak about it. For y'all two little suckers up there, I'll give y'all some Drake tickets. Y'all go to OVO show. Because I've been popping up on people the last 2-3 months. I haven't seen you suck go nowhere but under Kendrick Lamar's ball sack for the last... Okay, I told myself I was going to chill.
This is why I say this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef has completely altered the trajectory of multiple storylines within hip-hop and hip-hop media. If I would have told you before this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef that Akademiks and Back on Fig will be at odds, you will look at me crazy, because Akademiks was literally one of the biggest champions for Back on Fig and Figmunity and community when they left No Jumper, right? Sort of pushing them to leave No Jumper, pushing them to do their own thing, championing them as an independent platform. So for them to be beefing down, that's like a huge jump. But Akademiks would reveal that when he was getting them to leave, that they were just pawns within his beef with Adam 22. And he would say that he convinced them to leave No Jumper, not because he thought they would be successful on their own or they were great podcasters. He would say he simply did it, to ruin whatever Adam had going on, because him and Adam had issues or they were at odds. It was something weird. It's currently unclear if Akademiks is telling the truth or if Akademiks is just saying this just to say it. But if Akademiks is telling the truth, or if Back on Fig believes Akademiks is telling the truth, then we're about to witness a different level of hatred get introduced into this conflict. Right now, I think for the most part, it's just content creation, content creators going back and forth over a disagreement or over a clip that they don't like. But once you introduce the dynamic of Akademiks was our mentor, Akademiks gave us advice that we believe was in our best interest, that we believe was something that he gave that was genuine to help us grow. But whole time, he knew that the advice was going to be bad for us, but he still did it to get back at Adam. Once you introduce those dynamic at play, you're about to see a different level of hatred, a different level of venom that I believe is going to lead to way more personal attacks, and things are just going to go horribly wrong.
You know I'm offended, chat. These niggas like Ruri and Millie Mall to me. The reason why y'all don't have a job at No Jumper, nigga, I mastermind engineer y'all having to go start this bullshit on them fucking disgusting orange couches. I masterminded. Nigga, I masterminded y'all in the unemployment line. I saw it. I'm like, all right. Nigga, I wrote it up. That's what me and Adam, you know what's the funny thing? I ain't even have no beef with you, nigga. Adam was playing a little interesting game. But me and Adam, we cool now. That's my mans. So, nigga, figure out what y'all got to do, man. At this point, I'm not beefing with the G League. Okay? And me and Adam have no beef. Me and Vlad were mad cool. Me and Wack, we straight. The rest of y'all niggas, peons. Sorry to tell y'all. All right? But anyway, the next thing I hear about this, I'll go up on a whole TDE. Y'all niggas, again, if y'all thought y'all gave me a pass, don't give me passes. Announcement, don't give me a pass.
I won't credit Akademiks 100% of the reason why Back on Fig or community ultimately left No Jumper. However, I do believe his seeds did contribute to it.
Yeah, it sounds like his seeds probably did contribute to it. We got to see where this goes, though. He actually made a point that, you know, he went to the party, he went to the concert, and you know, he's a civilian. Y'all gangsters. He said if somebody touches him, what would happen? Yes, y'all had a conversation. So that's a small point. But on a bigger point, you did get marked out, though. Bro asked you for the fade, and you said no. There's no way around that. If somebody asked you for the fade, if you even allude to a fade, boy, you should have a taper all the way up to the side of your head. All right, so it's your boy. What's up, G? Drop it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. At crashing out. I guess the peace treaty is now broken. There is no peace treaty. It's still this side, that side, and it's still up. All right, y'all drop it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about it. It's your boy. What's up, G? If anybody said they love y'all, I love y'all. I'm out, y'all.